Hello, welcome back to the Saba Show, and today we've got round 5 of the Dice Footy Championships. These are the results from the last round. We had a lot of close games, and the ladder is now starting to take shape. Can Adelaide get their first win of the year? I'm not too sure. Let's see if any changes occur at the top of the table. But let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right into this week's fixtures. Alrighty, so we're going to be kicking things off with Brisbane and Collingwood. Collingwood have exceeded expectations. Very good start to the year. Brisbane kicked things off with 4-5. They will be looking to secure another win. Haven't had the worst of starts, but do find themselves in a pretty bad position after a month. The Pies trail at quarter time. The Lions don't put themselves in a great position to take the lead at the half. And the Pies have not capitalised on the poor Lions' second quarter. Third quarter coming up. Brisbane, 3-6. They are a very inaccurate kicking side this year. They did have an 8-18 performance earlier on, I believe in the first game or the second game of the year. The Pies are 7-7. They do trail by 14. Can the Lions give themselves enough of a buffer? And that is, well, that's more than enough. 14-21 basically puts the game to bed, and the Pies will kick 4-5 to end proceedings. But very solid and much needed win for Brisbane. Next up, we have second placed Bulldogs taking on North Melbourne, who sit in 14th. And North reflect their ladder position with that first quarter score. Can the Dogs? Yes, they can. I didn't even finish my sentence, but they have taken a pretty good lead at quarter time. North don't quite get back into the contest unless the Dogs have an absolute stinker, which they don't. Too good of a side to be doing that. 9-3 is their halftime score. North in the third, 4-1. They replicate the very accurate effort of the Dogs in the second. And the Dogs in the third kick 1-5. So they replicate what North did in the first quarter, and now it gets very interesting. Will the Dogs lose 2 in a row? North kick 3-2. Is that enough? The Dogs are going to need 16 points to win, and they get it easily. Never in doubt. Too good a football club to be losing that one, and they win by 17. Next up, we've got the West Coast Eagles and the Sydney Swans. West Coast start things off with 2-2. Obviously, the top-ranked side lost their last fixture, will be looking to get back onto the winners list, and the Swans kick 6-3. Second quarter for the Eagles, 5-8 is what their total will be at the half. And the Swans, who already have a lead before that roll, will take an even bigger advantage at half time. 3-goal lead. Third quarter is a strong one for the Eagles. They sit at 10-14 at the final change. The Swans are going to need something special, and they get it pretty comfortably. Hold a 2-goal lead. And can they knock off the top-placed Eagles? The Eagles are still alive. The Swans are going to need 17 in the last quarter. Okay, I wanted the suspense. I didn't get it. The Swans have kicked the maximum total, and they have won this one by 20. Next up, we have two sides that neighbour each other on the table. After 4 weeks, it is the Saints and the Suns. First up, the Saints 5-3. Good start from them. Suns 4-1 for them. Trail at the break. Second quarter, no messing around. The Saints, bit disappointing. 6-6 for them at the half. And the Suns, didn't take as much advantage of that as they would have liked, but they do hold a slender 5-point lead at the main change. Oh wow, the Saints have fallen off a cliff in the last 2 quarters, and they have only kicked 2 goals, with a lot of inaccuracy involved. And the Suns, 9-9. They, as much as they should have dominated, they haven't. And the Saints, well, I don't know if they're going to win this game with that scoreline. The Suns are going to need to kick 1. Oh my goodness, if they kick 1-1, they've choked. Okay, gee. The Suns nearly made absolute fools of themselves, but unfortunately for the Saints, they did not falter. Adelaide will be absolutely desperate to get their first win of the year, but they've got 4th place Richmond, so not exactly an easy team to come up against, but in the world of Dice Footy, it is ever possible, and I've decided to roll 3 dice. I don't know why I did that. But the Saints, what the hell? Not the Saints. The Tigers trail against bottom-placed Adelaide, where they conceded... Well, they've now conceded 12 goals, 10 to bottom-placed Adelaide. Don't ask me how that's happened, but the footy gods do not want Richmond to win. And currently, the Crows are in a very, very good position, unless they choke this. And given the position they are in, I don't think that's going to happen. Richmond are going to need to start by kicking 6. It hasn't happened, and I think the Crows have finally broken the drought 5 weeks into the year. It was needed, and they've finally done it. They've done it on the back of a very good performance where they've scored over 130, and the Tigers finish off pretty nicely, but unfortunately, their first 3 quarters were pretty much mediocre. Next up, we have the D's and the Giants. The Giants have been pretty disappointing to open off the year, if that even makes any sense. The D's kick 3 goals 5. The Giants kick 1 goal 5. So once again, the Giants start off pretty poorly. Have been doing so pretty much in every game all year. The D's are not being very accurate. So that is a bit of a let-off for GWS. They need to capitalise. And they somewhat do that, but they still trail at the main break. 3rd quarter for the D's. 4 goals 1. And they look like they're in pole position, but strange things happen in Dice Footy. The Giants, though, are not doing themselves any favours with their inaccurate goal kicking, and the D's can finish them off here, and I think they have done just that. It's pretty much curtains for GWS. Another loss. Obviously going to be extremely disappointed with that. They lose by, I believe, 22. And then you got the Carlton Footy Club taking on 5th placed Port Adelaide. The Blues get off to a very good start. They're going to need to win this one, obviously. Bit of finals expectation by the imaginary fans in this world of Dice Footy. The Power, I mean, even though the Blues kicked 34, they still couldn't take the lead at quarter time. They have ended up with 58, so pretty healthy score at the half, but unfortunately, well, I was going to say their back line has been caught napping, but it did improve that quarter, and they do lead by only 2, but 2 points nonetheless. They kick away in this 3rd quarter unless the Power kick 6 of their own, and then it is a ball game, which it is, and wow, this is probably going to be the most high-scoring game between 2 sides combined in the whole season. The Blues end on 19 goals, 19, and they're going to be extremely stiff if they end up losing this, having scored 133 points. And for goodness sakes, it did not happen. 21-point winners for the Carlton Footy Club. A couple games remaining left in the round, and the first one is Essendon Fremantle, the Sunday afternoon time slot or Sunday evening. I don't know what it is because I believe this is the Easter weekend. Regardless, Essendon hold a 9-point advantage at quarter time. 2nd quarter, the Bombers do not have a great one. Not much scoring output there. Fremantle, they capitalise somewhat. 7 goals, 3. Not a huge scoring half by either side. The Bombers pick up the slack in the 3rd quarter. 6 goals, 2. Score more than they did in one whole half. And the Dockers, that ain't it, Chief. You're not going to be scoring or winning too many games, scoring like that in a quarter. And the Bombers may have clawed themselves back into it and won this game. 99 points. I believe the Dockers are just out of reach, even if they kicked 6 goals 6. But happily for me, I don't need to do the math, as the Dockers only score 18. And the Bombers are winners. Final game coming up, it is Hawthorn versus Geelong. And we start things off with a 6-goal 1 quarter to Hawthorn. 17th position for them. A month into the year is very disappointing. The Cats, 4 goals 6. They are also outside of the 8. And they trail this one at the first change. 2nd quarter. And I believe the Hawks actually won or were up the top of the table in like the first 2 rounds of the year, and they have dropped off significantly. They trail now at the half after the Cats were very, very accurate in the second quarter. Third quarter by the Hawks wasn't as great. Piled on the scores, but not enough goals, and the Cats don't capitalise on it. Makes it very interesting going into the last quarter, where it is all tied up. Easter Monday clash. Whoever scores more in the last wins, and the Hawks have made it incredibly difficult for the Cats to get up. They're going to need 6 goals too. Here we go. Okay, well, what a way to ruin the dramatic vibe to this final game of the Easter round. It is Hawthorn winning this one by I don't know how much. And as you can see, this is the ladder after round 5. You can see it wasn't as enthralling as the last round where we had a number of thrilling contests, but the ladder now looks extremely different. I mean, you can't even identify it from last round. Gold Coast are in the top 8. The Bulldogs are now on top. West Coast have dropped off from first. The D's went up from 7th to 3rd. GWS are now on the bottom. Hawthorn have gone up. I mean, so many different changes, and that is because so many teams are on 3 wins now, 2 wins. So if you win one game and a couple others drop it, you're in strife. And that's why percentage counts for so much. I mean, 3 teams have 102% between 5th and 7th. It's actually mad. It's going to be an amazing season, but that's going to be it from me. Did lose my train of thought a lot. I am tired, so apologies for that. But hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like, subscribe to the show. Hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.